The beginning of any workshop or networking event is critical to its success, especially if people don't know each other beforehand. This is where you might need an icebreaker. Whether it's in person or online, stick around and I'll show you 4 unique and engaging activities that will get participants excited and ready to take on the rest of the day. Hi, I'm Nadia, and at Canva, I'm the product design lead in the education team. If you're a seasoned facilitator, I'm sure you're well aware of how icebreakers are excellent for breaking down boundaries, building trust, and encouraging participants to meet and mingle. By carving out some time for fun and interaction at the beginning, people will be more at ease and open to contributing their ideas throughout the session. Before we get stuck in, hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on a range of topics like this one. For the first half of this tutorial, I'll teach you how to create some fun and friendly in-person icebreakers to get people warmed up. Then, for the second half, I'll explain how to facilitate 2 more activities that could be delivered online or in person using a projector. While some of these ideas might not be groundbreaking, they're guaranteed to fill the room with smiles and good vibes. I'm going to call this first icebreaker Picture Match because, like the name suggests, it involves participants pairing up based on a set of matching pictures. As each person enters the room, they'll receive a printout with a picture on it. Without looking, they must pin it somewhere on their body so that everyone aside from them can see it. Somewhere on their back or upper arm is probably best. Once everyone has their picture on display, they must try and figure out what it is by asking yes and no questions. For example, I might start off by asking one person if I'm a living thing, then another if I live underwater. Each time I ask a new question, I must move on to someone new. This process continues until the picture has been guessed correctly. Only then can I begin to look for my matching picture and person within the room. If you can't quite visualize it, let me show you how to bring this to life. I'll go to Create a Design and click Custom Size. I'll make the design 10 by 10 so I can print 2 to a page. Let's say this is a game for a group of 30, so I'll need to create 15 pairs of pictures. For this example, I'm going to use a science theme. This graphic looks good, and I can click here to view others like it. I'll add this one for now and change the background color here. Now I can duplicate it so I have a pair. To make the game more challenging, I could use images that go together but aren't identical. For example, a planet and a rocket ship, or a petri dish and some moldy bread. With so many illustrations to choose from, it's easy to produce a stack of quirky combinations. Now let's move on to an upbeat, get-to-know-you game. I call this one Human Bingo. For this activity, you'll need to create a printout like this one. As you can see, it's similar to bingo, except the numbers have been replaced with personal statements. The object of this game is to try and fill 3 connecting boxes using the names of people in the room. A player can only write down a name once they find someone who identifies with that particular statement. Let's say I've asked Judy if she's visited Bali, and she says she's been 5 times. Now I know her name, something about her, and I'm on my way to calling bingo. To recreate this design, you'll need to add a table and some text. Let me show you how. For the 3x3 grid, go to Elements and scroll down to Tables. Select the style you want and delete a row like this. Now add text by double-clicking inside the cell. What prompts would you include? Statements about food, sport, or travel? Let me know in the comments. That was pretty simple, hey? Speaking of simple, let me show you how easy it is to print these in Canva. Just head up to Print Postcards and fill in your preferences. Either thickness would be fine, but I definitely select the uncoated finish so it's easier to write on. Then select the amounts you want and hit Continue to add payment details. That's 2 icebreakers down and 2 more to go. Now let's take a look at some activities that would be suitable for online. And with that said, they could also be facilitated in person, but they need a projector and some devices. Check out this awesome memory game, which could be played right away. If you haven't played before, the object of this game is to remember the placement of different pictures so you can try and find a match when it's your turn. Let's say it's my turn and I want to check what's under number 11. I can do this by moving the top layer backwards. Oh, it's an egg! That means there's another egg somewhere else on the board. Maybe I'll try number 5. Boom. If I was to play this game for real, I'd move the pictures back for the next player, but I'm going to leave them on top so I can switch them for something else. Let's say I'm a teacher setting this up for my class and I really want them to get pumped. Instead of using graphics, I'm going to insert photos of their favourite teachers instead. I'll upload the photos here, then drop them into position. I could even include some funny yearbook photos or shots taken during a school excursion. Once all images have been added and repositioned, the game is ready to play. Now I could share this design with the whole class by grabbing the link from up here. That way they'd be responsible for taking their turn and learning how to use Canva at the same time. But to avoid confusion or chaos, it's probably easier to share my screen and ask each player to direct me instead. Either way, this game's guaranteed to create a sense of fun and excitement. And now for the final icebreaker. This one's more like a check-in to find out how everyone is feeling. I found this template by searching Presentation Kanban. For now, we're just going to use the check-in on page 4, but this template's also great for group brainstorming. Once I've created a shareable link, I can invite everyone to add an emoji to represent their mood. The quickest way to access the emoji library is to go down here. Once I find one I like, I can add it to the board and resize it by dragging the corner. If it becomes a bit crowded, I can duplicate the page and ask people to add their name. That way, it's easier to keep tabs on who added what. So how are you feeling? Inspired? Energized? I hope you're feeling great and have everything that you need to integrate these awesome icebreakers into your next meeting or workshop. Maybe you've got some icebreaking techniques that are even better. Let me know in the comments. Still here? Why not check out some other videos and subscribe to stay in the loop? Also consider liking this video so that others can enjoy it too. Thanks a bunch and catch you next time.